Hi, I'm Dan Cortopassi. Welcome to my train room. I thought it would be good to maybe do a little bit of a layout building update on this room since I have been actually working on it. In fact, I kind of put all of my workbench projects on hold for this week so that I could get in here and actually get some stuff done. So let's take a look. One of the things I need to do is to cut this wood away because it's in the way. It's been up there for a while. This was actually a wall, and as near as we've been able to figure, this was once an exterior wall because I think this building was expanded and then expanded again. That's why it's got a peaked roof. There's actually, in the attic, there's actually shingles on top of this. So this was actually a much smaller building at one time that they built a larger building around. Anyway, I need to cut this wood away because it's in the way, and it's kind of sandwiched between some of the rafters that they put in the ceiling, so I can't just take it down even though it's kind of wiggly. So this is something I've been putting off because, you know, I don't think it's a very fun job, but it's got to get done. Well, I think that's looking a lot better now. I need to fill in the gap with some drywall and then tape it and mud it. But once that's done and the ceiling's painted, I think it'll look pretty good. Another thing I want to do is get rid of these ancient light fixtures. Actually, this is the last one. Really old fluorescent fixtures that, well, most of them didn't work to begin with. And I ended up taking most of them out. This one was kind of in a place where I couldn't get to it before we cleaned the room out, so this will be the last one to go. Needless to say, you always want to make sure the power is off before you do anything like this. In my case, this room's been completely rewired. So this pale colored Romex is not connected to anything anymore. So it's completely dead. And just to show you, there's a screw sticking out through the side of this. That's where they screwed the ground wire. This is the kind of stuff that I've been dealing with in this room. It's just brilliant. Well, that was just up there with anchors. It's a good thing that they had other chains that were actually screwed into the rafters. That light was pretty heavy. I can get the screwdriver bit on this before it falls out on its own. There we go. I actually got quite a bit of this loafed over wire. I was thinking of maybe trying to keep some of the longer pieces and maybe use it for the layout somehow. I mean, it's pretty good wire. I don't think there's anything really wrong with it. It's just the way it was installed in this building was frightening. You know, they had like junction boxes up in the attic with no covers on them. They weren't grounded and there was just like wires sticking out. And yeah, it's just a fire waiting to happen. So I've cut holes for new lights. I got 3 on each end of the room, which I'll explain. And then going down the center, there's a few more, just single lights in the center line of the room. So there's basically going to be four kind of LED shop lights that I want to put in here. So I've got some fixtures like this. These are just some LED panel lights. And I want to put these down the center like I was saying. I don't know if I'm going to use this exact one, but something like this, which I think will be just for the basic lighting, just so that I can work in here and have something bright to see by. So then later on, because I put the other holes a little wider, my thought was to run a track down each side of each aisle, because if you can picture this, I'm standing in what will eventually be one of the aisleways of the layout. So there's going to be the peninsula here, and then against the wall over here, and then the center lights down the middle, right, kind of right over where you walk, and then the track lights will be a little bit spaced out toward the layout. And I'm thinking, you know, eventually I'll be able to put those in, and then if I need more light in certain places, I can just put little lights where I need them. So I think that could work out pretty well. I may not actually install the track lighting, initially. I may wait for that. And who knows, if the overhead lights turn out to be adequate, I might skip it altogether, but I at least want to have the boxes up there so that I can do it eventually. So the holes still need to have boxes installed, and they still need to be wired, and I have that done pretty soon. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to work on what I can in here. So now that the room is also mostly cleaned out, which has been a big effort just to get it to this point. There's still stuff in here, I know, but it's a lot less than there was. I can actually get to the drywall and actually finish that now. So that's been a long time coming. I've had a lot of this up for a while, but I haven't been able to, do the mudding and sanding and all of that kind of stuff because it makes a mess. And, if you can't even get to it, you can't even get to it to make a mess. So anyway, it's been a process, but I think it's getting there. So these posts were put in to replace the wall that was here where I cut the wood earlier. And what I'm going to do with this is basically put drywall on it and make it look better. Even though this is going to be kind of the center of the peninsula, so it's going to be behind a backdrop anyway. But I just want things to be, kind of neat. Anyway, because this is going to be this will be the Truckee River Canyon scene as I currently have the plan drawn. And on the other side will be Truckee. So it'll be, backdrops and such. But, just want to make it a little nicer and make it look good in here before I start actually building the layout. That'll do it for this time. If you like this video, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.